Hey YouTube peeps, welcome to the premiere episode of Your Mom Wears Combat Boots. I am currently sitting in a dock getting unloaded because I am an LTL driver for a local trucking company. For those of you who don't know, that means less than truckload. So I make multiple stops in a day, kind of like Dayton Freight or Holland or Old Dominion. That's what I do. So I've been kicking around the idea for a while now about starting a YouTube channel. My primary focus was things that women should know and they don't. Or at least too many of them don't. You know, you should know how to put air in your tire. Use a tire gauge to check your pressure. Check your oil. Even glance at your brakes and know that they're good or not good. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be reliant on someone else because it can really get you into a jam. So that's probably where we're going to start. But I'm sure I'll have plenty to talk about because I'm occasionally very chatty. So my life has not been boring. Some of you might find it interesting. Some of you may not. But I would like to tell a little bit of it and show what I do on the day-to-day. And hopefully someone will like it. So being that I am a truck driver and a soldier for 32 years, you can probably expect a little bit of colorful language on occasion. And if that offends you, I deeply apologize. But, you know, it's a way of life for me. I don't know that I would ever be able to stop with the bad words. We suffer from what is known in our circle as truckers' Tourette's. I'm sure lots of you scream at traffic or bitch at traffic or at least go, dude, really? When you're driving. We do it all day long. We're on conference call. Suddenly you just get a burst of cuss. And then you go right back to the conversation like it never even happened. That is truckers' Tourette's. It's amusing most days. So I'm a very eclectic person. And in saying that, what I mean is my tastes and my hobbies and my livelihood even are wide and varied. You know, I can do the whole grease monkey, turn the wrenches, change the parts, and drive the big truck. I can do the girl thing when called upon, although honestly, I'm not that good at it. I'm not masculine, but I've never been real comfortable in girl territory, if you know what I mean. I do ride a motorcycle, and I do own a drag racing car. So, and I, of course, ride horses and lots of other fun stuff. But I also like to crochet. I like to embroider. I like to paint. I like to draw. So we may dabble into all of these things at somewhere along the point, provided people are interested. I mean, this whole thing could turn out to be nothing but a mega flop without a single view. In which case, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? I'd been kicking around this idea for quite a while, and I was speaking with my friend Leroy. And he says, well, just do it. Leroy has a channel that's actually starting to take off. It's called 40 and Broke. Check him out. So I decided, why not? You're going to have to bear with me on the whole editing thing for a little bit, probably, until I start getting the hang of stuff. But that's half the fun, right? It's a learning curve. Still no green light. We're still stuck here in the dock. Okay, so right now my truck's starting to jump because I'm getting unloaded. Got a red light behind me. When the light turns green, that means it's safe to pull out of the dock. This should be my last stop for the day, which is pretty friggin' awesome. I might get home before dark, which would absolutely rock. Gotta go home and do the chores. You know, we have horses and chickens and such, and there's chores to be done. Animals don't care how long you worked, what time of day it is. So raise your hands out there. How many of you can drive a standard transmission. In my mind, a standard transmission these days is like a perfect anti-theft device because so many people can't operate one. And again, I just feel that that's a shame, because what if you end up in a bind? This particular truck is a Freightliner 10-speed. So it's a little bit different than driving a car, but the premise is the same. Other than we don't only use a clutch to start and stop. So I am absolutely a YouTube junkie. It's really the only social media I use anymore. Got rid of Facebook, got rid of Insta, got rid of all that mess. But YouTube frequently keeps me entertained throughout my day because I can listen to it right through the Bluetooth. Can't necessarily watch, but I can hear it. When I'm not listening to YouTube, me and some of my work buddies are on conference call all day, which is a whole nother story. But it's fun, and it keeps you entertained, because just driving and driving and driving, even stopping, can get a little bit old after a time. So once our light turns green, I'm going to pull out. Of course, we got to shut the doors, and of course it's winter time in northern Michigan, but it's finally warmed up enough to not have your lips go numb the minute you get out of the truck, because that's what it's been the last week or so. Looky there, we have a green light. Time to roll. Hope you guys can see me, because I currently don't have a phone holder, which is probably a big fat no-no, but that's nothing new in my life. I'm kind of fond of the big fat no-nos sometimes. Breaking the rules has always been the fun part of stuff. So we're going to roll up here out of everybody's way and close our doors. Alright, time to roll down the road. Like I said, this is a 10-speed, and my trailer takes forever to let loose. There we go. This is a 53-foot trailer, which is actually a lot of fun, but they send us to a lot of places that were never designed for a vehicle this large. It makes you a much better driver, I gotta say, and a much better backer-upper. And even though this is now 2022, I still get weird looks, I still get flirted with, I still get, oh, a lady driver, cool. Do they have an automatic for you? No. Do they have an automatic for you? Because you seem a little dim. But I've been around long enough doing this job now, 5 years, that some of the novelty has worn off. So we can set you guys right here. Hi. My husband always has a fit when I stop at rest areas, especially in the dark, and I don't carry my firearm in with me. But I am painfully aware of my surroundings, and that's something else, in my considered opinion, that women need to be. You need to continually be aware of your surroundings. Don't make yourself a victim. Sometimes I carry my weapon in, sometimes I don't. Sorry about the hand. But I'm always aware of what's going on around me. You know, you think someone looks creepy to you? Kind of just get that vibe? Because, you know, scientists say that humans have no instincts. And I don't believe that that's true. You know, so if you've got that gut feeling, you've got that instinct that something don't feel right, something's a little creepy, then don't go in. Go find yourself a better spot, somewhere well lit, where you're going to be safe. There's so much trafficking going on here in Michigan because we're so close to Canada. The trafficking is unreal. So that's just my 2 cents worth. I am hyper aware of my surroundings most of the time. That's from combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, where you continually did have to be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. We'll get into that some other time. So now I am headed back the 45 miles back to the yard. Got to hit the dock just to unload a pallet jack. Take care of my truck and head for home. Pretty friggin' awesome. Alright, sorry about that. Felicia is bitching at me about my speed. Felicia is my GPS. She ran McNally. I call her that because, honest to God, the only Felicia that I know in real life is an ignorant bitch. And so is my GPS. She steers me wrong all the time. Takes me to the wrong place. Tells me that I'm at my location when it's nothing but a barren field. It's enough to drive you nuts. And you cannot rely on Google Maps driving a truck because it will take you all kind of places that you are not supposed to be. And that just makes for a bad day.